It's really his insect from the ground. He's gonna go for it. And sometimes we tend to see having a very good symbiotic relationship with antelopes going together along for insects. So let's carry on, head on back to the lodge now. We're not that much far. We're going to join up with Patrick, which is going to take us from now to our drive. Slowly, not far from the lodge, which will show us there. If you look at it, sometimes the roller might be a little bit confusing. If you look at this European roller and the lilac-breasted roller, they're a lot more similar in looking. But remember that the European roller on the breasted is more pinkish in color, and also from the head itself is slightly smaller, and the beak at the end is a lot more sharp on the lilac-breasted roller. This one has got a little bit of broad mouth. It's a European roller and got a little bit stripe on the front, which is more brownish color sort of. And also the only side that you can identify it so easily is on the tail. This one has got a flat tail, which the lilac-breasted roller is having a little bit fork, and it's very look like a wire at the end, which this one is a little bit more broad at the tail too. So definitely it's a European roller.
Dixon, show that picture in the book quickly to the viewers, the difference in the tail.
Okay, if you have
let's say, see it here, show the picture.
Showing the picture. This is a European roller, and this lilac-breasted roller, and the racket tire, the board, and the purple roller. So it's really, we're looking on this one, the difference between this one and that one is because of that. As you can see, it's more lightish in color, it's more pinkish in color. That is the lilac-breasted roller.
And the tail is quite a good way to distinguish between it.
Yeah, it looked like at the end there's two wires pointing at the end.
Yeah.
On this one is a little bit more like, fattish and broad. That is the hippo bull. He is probably the dominant male in this area. That's why he's by himself. The bulls that they tend to travel by themselves a lot of the time, especially just after the very good rains. They'll move from one dam to another just to check the water availability in the other places, because they've got such a very huge territories. And they also spend the rest of the time just lying in the water, and they usually come out just after dark to graze, and they travel about 10 kilometers on average in the summertime, when there's lots of food available in the area. In the winter time they travel lot more distances just to look for the better grazing areas, and they return in the water in the early morning just before it gets too hot. And the reason why they stay in the water during the day is because the hippo skin is very sensitive to the sun. And what the skin does when it dehydrates, due to the lack of moisture, and it just cracks, and eventually the hippo will die of dehydration. But they've got a mucus substance that is secreted into the body just to protect the skin from the sunbathe. But those mucus substances that do run out of the body, and eventually that's when the hippo will start dehydrating and die. Like 10 years ago, we had a very severe drought in the whole Kruger National Park, and we lost a huge population of the hippos.
probably about 90% of the hippos that the whole park lost. But now the population has increased for the last 10 years. And he looks very, very curious towards us. You can tell he's looking directly at us. And the hippo can be extremely, extremely dangerous here. They're responsible for more death than any other animals in this environment, especially in the rural areas. And the hippos have killed many, many people. If you stay here for a little while, you're probably going to open up his mouth, and you'll see how big are his incisors. And the incisors are very, very large. They are about 37 centimeters long each, and are very, very sharp. And if the hippo bites you, then it will actually cut you off in two pieces. Which I've witnessed that at one station in the Kruger Park where the crocodile was trying to attack the hippo baby, and the mother noticed that, and then she dashed in the tremendously speed and actually snapped the crocodile off in two pieces. It was a very, very big crocodile. It was probably about the same length as this vehicle. So they're very, very dangerous, the hippos. Now he looks chill for this afternoon. He doesn't want to really perform for us. He's probably tired. So as soon as the sun sets, and he's going to come out of the water. But they're very, very shy when they're on land, because they obviously feel very, very vulnerable, as land is not a natural environment. So they actually feel very, very safe while in the water. And this is also a man-made dam, as you can see on the left. On the right hand side is the wall here, and there's two tracks going across the wall, and that has been created by vehicles driving here constantly, just to come and watch this hippo boar. So there's a lot of man-made dam in the area. So then they obviously collect the water from the rain. We don't pump them. So in the dry season, just between May to November, those dams, most of them they dry out, and that's when the animals start battling to find the water. But there are a couple of dams in the reserve that we pump the water into them, just for the animals to drink. And this year we had about 1,600 milliliters of rain, which is fantastic. And then 2 years ago we had probably about 600 millimeters of rain. So that's why the bush looks very, very healthy this year. We're going to be moving on. Thanks very much. Good.